All right, welcome back for another deep dive.
Always fun.
Today, we're going to be looking at something, well, you might think it's a little bit simple.
Oh,
It's walking.
walking. Okay.
Walking, yeah. But trust us, there's way more to it.
More than meets the eye.
Way more than meets the eye. Like,
Yeah.
we've got this whole stack of articles here
Oh, wow.
from, like, the NHS, Healthline, we've got the British Heart Foundation,
Nice.
and even a study from the University of Illinois.
Wow. So we're going deep.
Yeah. Like, is 10 minutes enough to make a difference?
I don't know. Good question.
Can walking, like, actually help you be more creative?
I've heard that.
What is this 666 walking challenge everyone's talking about?
I know that was new to me.
Yeah, so let's dive in.
Okay.
I think a lot of people probably underestimate the power of walking, right?
Yeah, I think so. I think it's really easy to just sort of think, oh, I'm just walking.
Right. Exactly.
But there's so much more to it.
Yeah. And the NHS and Healthline, they both are like, it's simple, it's free, it's good for you.
It's true.
No matter how old you are, no matter how fit you are.
Yeah, you don't have to be, a marathon runner to get benefits from walking.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And, brisk walking,
Mm-hmm.
they say it can be just as good as some other forms of exercise.
That's true. I mean, you can get your heart rate up, you can burn calories,
Yeah.
you can build stamina.
Yeah. And you don't have to, like, block out an hour.
Right.
The NHS is like 10 minutes.
10 minutes.
That counts towards your 150 minutes a week.
Exactly. So easy to fit in,
Exactly. Even on a busy day, you can get a little 10-minute walk in.
Absolutely.
So speaking of hearts, let's go a little deeper into the heart health side of things.
Okay. Yeah.
So both the British Heart Foundation and Kaiser Permanente,
Mm-hmm.
they highlight that walking is good for your heart.
Yeah.
Good for your lungs.
Lowers blood pressure, reduces the risk of heart disease and stroke.
Wow, all that from walking.
It's amazing, right? It's like this simple activity that we often take for granted
Right.
can have such a huge impact on our cardiovascular health.
Yeah. Incredible. And then Kaiser Permanente, they go on to say that walking's good for your circulation.
Yes, improved blood flow, helps protect those valves in your veins.
I never knew walking could be good for your veins.
It's true.
Huh.
And it can even help prevent varicose veins, those,
Yeah.
those enlarged, twisted veins that can be painful and unsightly.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah. And, we're just scratching the surface here.
Yeah, well, so Kaiser Permanente was also talking about how walking helps regulate your blood sugar levels.
Right, which is, super important for preventing type 2 diabetes.
Okay.
And get this.
Yeah.
They say that it can also lower your risk of certain cancers.
What? Really?
Yeah, breast cancer, colon cancer, you name it.
So it's like it's built-in preventative medicine.
Exactly. It's something you can do every day to lower your risk of all these chronic diseases.
Every day, yeah.
That's pretty amazing when you think about it.
Yeah. And then Kaiser Permanente also talks about your bones.
Oh, yeah. Bone and muscle health,
Yeah.
super important.
Yeah.
Walking helps keep those joints lubricated.
Oh.
Strengthens your muscles,
Uh-huh.
strengthens your bones,
Okay.
improves your balance and coordination.
Wow. So for anyone out there dealing with, like, joint pain?
Yeah, it can even help with arthritis pain and, potentially prevent it from developing in the first place.
Maybe a regular walking routine could, like, actually make a difference.
It's definitely worth trying.
Yeah.
And we've really only just scratched the surface here.
Yeah.
The benefits go way beyond just the physical.
Right. Because then we're getting into the mental benefits of walking.
Exactly.
Which is, I think, where it gets really, really interesting.
For sure.
So Healthline mentions that walking can boost your mood.
Yeah, absolutely. It can help clear your head, reduce stress and anxiety,
Okay.
and even inspire creative thinking, which is pretty cool.
Okay.
The BHF source adds that walking increases blood flow, delivering oxygen and nutrients throughout your body, which can make you feel more alert and refreshed.
Yeah, I know. I always feel so much more energized after a good walk.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
And the Peloton source points out that setting walking goals or joining walking groups can enhance motivation and accountability.
Yeah, that makes sense. Like if you've got someone to walk with or a goal to work towards, you're more likely to stick with it.
Exactly. It's like having a built-in support system.
Right.
Uh-huh.
And then there's the chemical side of things too.
Oh, yeah. Those feel-good chemicals,
Yeah.
serotonin, dopamine, endorphins, all those things that make you feel good are released when you walk.
Wow. So it's like a natural mood booster that you can access anytime, anywhere.
Exactly.
And it's free.
Yeah, exactly. Have you ever tried a walking meeting?
A walking meeting. I've heard of those. Yeah, yeah. Like imagine you're stuck on a problem at work.
Right.
You take your meeting outside, you go for a walk, you brainstorm. Who knows what brilliant ideas might come up?
I love that idea. Get the creative juices flowing.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. And the connection between walking and the brain, it goes even deeper than that.
Oh, yeah. It's fascinating. Jen's Vision source states that just 20 minutes of walking a day can reduce the risk of depression by a third.
A third. Wow.
It's pretty incredible. And there's this fascinating study from the University of Illinois, published in the PMC source, that found walking can actually increase the size of the hippocampus.
Hold on. The hippocampus, that's the part of the brain responsible for memory, right?
That's right. So walking can actually help you remember things better.
That's mind-blowing. I always thought I was just getting exercise.
Nope. You're getting a brain workout too.
Uh,
And the Walkolution source emphasizes how walking increases cerebral blood flow, delivering more oxygen to the brain and potentially even preventing cognitive decline as we age.
So it's not just good for us now, it's good for our future brain health too.
Exactly. It's an investment. And speaking of famous minds, Walkolution mentions that both Steve Jobs and Mark Zuckerberg were big fans of walking meetings for creative inspiration.
Makes you wonder if there's a connection there, like walking and creative breakthroughs?
There very well could be. And, we can't forget about sleep.
Sleep.
Yeah, sleep. Walking and sleep are connected too.
Oh, right.
The Psychology Today source found that even light exercise, like walking, can lead to longer, more restful sleep.
See, I knew there was a connection. I always sleep so much better after a good walk. Like, it just clears my head, gets me ready for bed.
Exactly. And the Sleep Number source highlights how regular walking is important for reducing stress and promoting better sleep quality overall.
So walking, it's like a key ingredient for a good night's sleep.
It seems that way. And remember that 666 walking challenge you mentioned earlier?
Oh, right.
Yeah, that was from the Healthline article. And it involves taking a 60-minute walk at either 6 a.m. or 6 p.m. with an additional 6 minutes each for warming up and cooling down.
Okay, so it's a more structured way to get a longer walk in.
Right. Whether you're an early bird or a night owl, you can find a time that works for you.
Yeah, I bet if you stuck to that routine, you'd really amplify all those benefits we've been talking about.
Absolutely. It's a great way to make walking a habit and really experience those positive effects on your physical and mental health as well as your sleep quality.
Right. And speaking of mental health, the Mental Health Foundation had some interesting things to say about the psychological benefits of walking.
Oh yeah, they emphasized that even a short 10-minute brisk walk can increase our mental alertness, energy, and positive mood. And in the long run, regular physical activity like walking can boost self-esteem and reduce stress and anxiety.
Right. And they also mentioned that physical activity plays a role in preventing the development of mental health problems and can improve the quality of life for people already experiencing mental health challenges.
It's a good reminder that walking can be a powerful tool for supporting mental well-being.
Yeah, absolutely. And I love how they emphasize changing the way we view physical activity. It shouldn't feel like a chore.
Exactly. It's about appreciating the positive benefits it brings to our lives.
Right. And speaking of feeling good, the Ramblers source really emphasized the social aspect of walking. They talked about how walking in a group can be incredibly beneficial for mental health, particularly in reducing loneliness and social isolation.
Makes sense, right? Connecting with others while enjoying the outdoors can be incredibly uplifting. It's like a double dose of well-being.
Yeah, and they actually have these well-being walks groups all over England. They're designed for people who are new to walking or prefer a more gentle pace.
That's fantastic. I wonder if there are similar groups in other parts of the world.
Oh, I'm sure there are. It's such a great concept. And speaking of nature, the University of Essex source, they did a study exploring the impact of different natural environments on well-being during group walks.
Oh, interesting. What did they find?
Well, they found that walking in farmland was associated with less perceived stress and negative affect, as well as greater mental well-being compared to walking in urban environments.
That makes you wonder if there's something about wide open spaces and fresh air that has a calming effect.
Right. And they also found that group walks in green corridors, like tree-lined paths or trails alongside rivers or canals, were linked to reduced perceived stress and negative affect.
So it seems like incorporating more nature into our walking routes could really boost those mental health benefits.
Yeah, for sure. It's like we're hardwired to connect with nature.
Absolutely. And speaking of connections, the VCU Health source talked about the impact of sunlight on our mood and overall well-being.
Right, right. They were talking about how many people experience a shift in mood during seasons with less sunlight, sometimes called the winter blues.
Exactly. When days become shorter and the nights longer, we tend to feel less cheerful and may be more prone to depressive states.
Yeah, and this happens because sunlight plays a crucial role in regulating our circadian rhythms, which influence our sleep-wake cycles and ultimately our mood and energy levels.
Right. For some people, this shift in mood can become more significant, leading to seasonal affective disorder or SAD.
Right, and they mentioned that light therapy can be an effective treatment for both SAD and clinical depression.
It's amazing how powerful light is for our mental health and well-being.
Yeah. So getting some sunshine during our walks could be an excellent way to boost our mood and combat those winter blues.
Absolutely. And VCU Health also emphasized the importance of physical activity for brain health as we age. They highlighted that regular exercise, including walking, can improve cognitive function, reduce the risk of depression and anxiety, and may even protect against cognitive decline later in life.
Wow, so it really is a full body, full mind activity.
It certainly is. And speaking of brain power, a study highlighted in the University of Maryland source examined the effects of walking on memory in older adults.
Oh, yeah, I remember that one. It was a small study, but they found that people in their 70s and 80s who started a walking exercise program performed better on cognitive tests and showed stronger connections between areas of the brain crucial for memory and thinking.
It's amazing to think that even later in life, we can still make positive changes to our brain health through something as simple as walking.
Yeah, never too late to start. And, we can't forget about the power of walking to boost creativity.
Yes. The Stanford Walking and Creativity Study, this one highlighted in the Walkolution source, found that walking can significantly enhance creative thinking. In fact, participants generated an average of 60% more creative thoughts while walking compared to sitting.
60%, that's huge. It's like walking unlocks a whole new level of imaginative thinking.
Exactly. The researchers believe that walking helps to relax the brain, allowing for a more free-flowing stream of ideas.
And that relaxed state lets us tap into those deeper subconscious thoughts, which can lead to breakthrough moments of inspiration. I've definitely experienced that myself. Sometimes when I'm stuck on a writing project, I'll go for a walk, and the ideas just start flowing. It's almost magical.
It really is. It's like walking is the key to unlocking your creative potential. And speaking of unlocking potential, the Walkolution source also delved into the fascinating science behind how walking improves blood flow to the brain.
Oh, yes. They talked about how the impact of our foot hitting the ground while walking sends a hydraulic wave upward through our blood vessels, increasing the supply of blood to the brain.
Exactly. This increased blood flow delivers more oxygen and nutrients to the brain, which enhances cognitive function and may even protect against age-related cognitive decline. It's like a natural brain booster.
Yeah, it really is. And it's not just about the quantity of blood flow. Walkolution also highlighted research suggesting that walking might even improve the quality of the brain's white matter.
Oh, that's right. The study they mentioned involved older adults who participated in a 6-month exercise program. They found that those who engaged in brisk walking showed improvements in white matter integrity compared to those who did stretching or dance classes.
And white matter is crucial for communication between different parts of the brain, so maintaining its health is essential for optimal cognitive function.
Absolutely. So it seems like walking not only nourishes the brain with more blood flow, but also helps to maintain the infrastructure that allows different brain regions to communicate effectively. It's like giving your brain a tune-up.
That's a great analogy. And to think, all of this amazing brain-boosting power is available to us simply by putting one foot in front of the other.
It's truly remarkable.
Yeah.
And speaking of remarkable, Well Plus Good Source mentioned a study that linked walking to better memory and healthier brain tissue.
Oh, yes, that's right. This study found that individuals who walked more than 4,000 steps per day had healthier brain tissue in the areas responsible for memory, as well as better cognitive function than those who walked fewer steps.
It's incredible how something as simple as walking can have such a profound impact on our brain health.
Yeah, it really is. It reinforces the idea that every step we take is an investment in our cognitive well-being.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And speaking of investments, let's talk about the practical aspects of incorporating more walking into our lives.
Okay, let's get practical. What are some simple ways to boost our daily step count?
Well, the Nuffield Health Source offered some great tips for getting started with walking. They emphasize the importance of having comfortable and supportive shoes, as well as clothing that allows you to move freely.
Okay, so good shoes, comfortable clothes. Got it. What else?
They also suggested finding a walking buddy, maybe,
Yeah.
or joining a walking group,
Yeah. Yeah.
just for that extra motivation.
Yeah.
Some
Yeah.
support, social support.
Makes you accountable.
Yeah,
Cycle.
and then for those little moments,
Uh-huh.
they say park further away
Oh, yeah.
from where you're going.
Yeah.
Or like get off the bus, a stop early,
Right.
walk the rest of the way.
Right. Those little things add up.
They really do. Little changes.
Yeah. Yeah. Make it part of your day-to-day life.
Exactly. Build it into your routine. And plus, Good had some great tips for walking inside.
Oh, inside.
Yeah, when it's cold
Yeah.
or the weather's bad, treadmill workouts.
Oh, yeah. Treadmill makes sense. Stay active even when you can't get outside.
Exactly. And they even had some beginner-friendly treadmill workouts
Oh, nice.
for people who are new to that kind of exercise.
Cool. Cool. So really no excuse not to walk.
Right. There's always a way to make it work.
Yeah.
And speaking of routines, Sleep Number really emphasized sleep.
Sleep, right.
Yeah, a good night's rest is so important
Essential.
for our overall health and well-being.
Physical and mental health, cognitive function, all that.
All of it. And they highlighted that walking can actually help you sleep better
Oh, interesting.
by reducing stress and promoting relaxation.
Makes sense, yeah.
They even suggested taking walking breaks throughout the day
Okay.
to clear your mind,
Mhm.
reduce stress, boost your mood, all of which can lead to better sleep at night.
Right, those little breaks. So it's like walking has this ripple effect. It helps everything.
It really does.
Very
It's
cool.
amazing how connected everything is. So before we wrap up, I wanted to touch on something we haven't really talked about. Mindfulness.
Oh, mindfulness.
Yeah, like when you're walking, we're so used to like multitasking.
Got to be doing 10 things at once.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But what if we use that walking time to like really connect with ourselves
Okay, yeah.
and our surroundings? The Sleep Number source had a great point about this.
Okay.
They suggest turning off your devices. Just be present. Connect with your thoughts,
Yeah.
your feelings.
Right, right. Notice what's around you.
Exactly. It's like a moving meditation.
Oh, I like that. A moving meditation. Have you ever tried that?
I have.
Hmm.
And it's incredibly grounding,
Yeah.
It's just very restorative.
Yeah, I bet. And speaking of restorative, I want to go back to sleep for a second.
Okay.
Remember that Psychology Today study? They said even a short walk can help you sleep longer and like more deeply.
It's true. It's a game changer for anyone struggling with insomnia or just anyone who wants to sleep better.
Right. I'm wondering, like, could a little walk before bed be like the secret to a good night's sleep?
Maybe. It's worth a try.
Yeah.
So as we start to wrap up our deep dive into walking, like, what are your biggest takeaways so far?
I mean, just how many benefits there are.
Right.
It's good for your physical health. It's good for your mental health.
Also creativity.
Helps with creativity, sleep, and you don't have to, like, spend hours doing it.
Exactly. It's not about, intense workouts.
Right.
It's
right.
just about moving your body.
Yeah, that's really inspiring. Like, walking is so simple,
Right.
so accessible, and it can really make a difference.
It's a gift, something we give ourselves every day.
Yeah. So to everyone listening,
Get out there.
get out there and walk.
Whether it's a stroll around the block, a hike in the woods,
Every step counts.
let us know what your favorite ways to incorporate walking are.
Yeah, we want to hear your stories. Yeah, it's like a superpower we all have. Just got to use it.
I love that. And you can make it your own, right? A walk in the park, a hike in the woods, or just like a lap around the neighborhood. There's something out there for everyone.
Yeah. And for those days when, maybe you don't have a lot of time
Mm-hmm.
or the weather's not cooperating. Well, plus, Good reminds us you can't always hop on a treadmill.
Oh, yeah, the treadmill,
Of
the
course.
classic. And they even had some tips for making treadmill workouts more fun.
Okay, like what?
Well, they said you can use the incline feature
Oh, yeah.
to like simulate hills, listen to some music, podcasts. You can even catch up on your favorite show while you walk.
Right, make it enjoyable. It's all about finding what works for you.
Exactly. Make it your own. And they even mentioned, running on the treadmill. If you want a more intense workout,
Oh, okay.
they had some sample workouts for both beginners and like more experienced runners.
So whether you're a casual walker or a, seasoned runner,
There's a treadmill workout out there for you.
there you go. Okay, cool. Now, I want to circle back to something you mentioned earlier, mindfulness while walking. We're all so busy, we're always multitasking, but what if we unplugged and really use that time to just connect
With ourselves, yeah.
with ourselves and our surroundings?
It's a great point. And Sleep Number had some good suggestions for this.
Oh, yeah.
They said, leave your phone at home,
Okay.
focus on your breath, Just notice the sights and sounds around you. Really be present in that moment.
It's like turning your walk into a moving meditation.
Exactly. Just
Yeah.
being mindful of every step, every breath. It's a beautiful thing.
Yeah, I bet. I bet. Now, let's go back to sleep one last time.
Back to sleep. Okay.
Remember that Psychology Today study? They said even a short walk can help you sleep longer and more restfully.
Yeah, it's amazing, isn't it, how much walking can actually affect our sleep.
Yeah, it makes me wonder, like, could a little pre-bedtime stroll be the key to a good night's sleep?
It's possible. There's only one way to find out, right? Give it a try.
Experiment. Yeah, yeah. So, wow, we've really covered a lot of ground today.
We have a lot of steps in this deep dive.
So tell me, what are your, like, final thoughts on all this? What are you walking away with?
I think for me, it's just this appreciation for the simplicity of walking
Yeah.
and how many benefits it truly has. It's not just about physical health. It's mental well-being, it's creativity, it's sleep, and it doesn't require anything fancy. You don't need any special equipment.
Right, just you in the open road or the treadmill.
Exactly. Exactly.
I think it's really inspiring to see how something so simple and accessible can have such a profound impact on our lives.
Absolutely. It's a reminder to really cherish those simple things and to make time for them.
Yeah, yeah. So to all our listeners out
Then
there,
get out there and walk.
yes, whether it's a quick stroll, a long hike, every step counts.
Embrace the power of walking and let us know what you discover.
Yeah, we'd love to hear your stories. Until next time, keep exploring, keep learning, and keep walking your way to a healthier, happier you.